Giles Black and Robin Hood, archers of undoubted skill, loose their shafts on target range, but one is champion still.
Richard, the Sheriff of Nottingham. He's visiting us.
The Sheriff? Simon, bid him enter.
We haven't had anyone as important as that in this castle for years.
He can't want money. He must know this is the last place in England to find it. Perhaps he's heard that Robin Hood has saved my estates for me.
Richard, don't say that.
Well, it's true.
It gives me no pleasure to hear it. Being in debt to an outlaw. You're a disgrace to chivalry.
Strange that a man should accept more uninformed insolence from his wife in the name of love than he would tolerate from his enemies in the name of hatred.
Just be sure you keep your wits about you when the Sheriff is here.
Thank you, dear heart, for the suggestion. Otherwise, I would have left them on the pantry shelf.
Good morning, Sir Richard.
Good morning.
Lady Leonia.
Very well, treasure. To what do I owe this honor, Sir Sheriff?
After all, we are neighbors. And I wanted to tell you that I've added a new man to my troop.
Oh, you don't usually come all this way to tell me when you have enlisted a new man.
But this one is somewhat special. Have you heard of Giles Black of Collingwood? The finest archer in England.
In England? That's rather a large claim.
It's true. He can pull 150 pounds with ease and shoot the cork from a bottle of sack at 100 ells.
I rather think there are men who can outshoot him.
I'll wager you there are not. I'll team him with Martin of Lancaster, who's a champion himself, and beat any two men in England.
The archers I have in mind are not available for public contest.
Why not? I'll wager 50 gold crowns, my pair against yours, and the contest can take place here in your castle if you wish.
My champions prefer the safety of their own surroundings.
I'll pledge them immunity. I give you my word, as one gentleman to another, that whoever shoots for you can come to this castle in peace and leave in peace.
That sounds fair enough. The wager is made. Tell me, why are you so anxious to pit your men against my friends?
I like wagering. Besides, I'm confident I shall win the 50 crowns.
Yes? And the real reason?
You're nobody's fool, Sir Richard. The authority of my men and my own prestige have been damaged by gossip that there are better bowmen in Sherwood Forest. I want to prove that gossip false. My men can outshoot any outlaws. Let me know when your friends are ready for the contest. Say farewell to your lady for me.
Good day, Sir Sheriff. Simon.
You wish a song, Master?
Yes, a special song. Intriguing enough to tempt the denizens of Sherwood out of the forest.
And though he searched the wide world over, 'twas the fate of this troubadour never to find and never to know the love of some fair lady.
Play us another tune, good fella.
Would you like to hear a roundelay extolling the virtues of the Sheriff of Nottingham?
Save it for his funeral.
Then how about a song in praise of good Prince John?
Have you no verses fit for the ears of a decent man?
Do I hear the jingle of coins?
I haven't a spread groat in my pocket.
In that case, I'm afraid I can't stay.
Look, I'm a gentle fellow and a lover of music. But if you don't play another tune, I'm liable to take that guitar and break it over your head bone.
Now keep your distance, music lover. I'll play.
Fine. Come with me. I have an eager audience waiting for you.
Draw close and hear my song unfold, good outlaws of this merry band. I sing about an Archibald, the greatest bowman in the land. His fame hath spread through every shire, no other hath against him stood. His name, did someone here inquire? It's
Robin Hood.
It's Giles Black of Collingswood.
Giles Black? Who the blazes is he? Any of you ever heard of Giles Black?
They say he can pull 150 pounds with the ease that I pluck the Catern.
And then he can shoot the cork off a bottle of wine at 100 ells. Obviously somebody uncorked a bottle when these boasts were made. Oh, you can see for yourself next Saturday. There's to be an archery contest at Sir Richard's castle. He asked me to invite you. I'm not sure it's advisable. There'll be a purse for the winner. And a feast after the contest is over.
Thanks, Sir Richard, for his kind invitation. And tell him I'll be there to bless the groaning board.
And you, Master Robin?
The contest will be fine sport, no doubt, but being an outlaw is a serious business.
Go ahead, Robin. We'll take care of your responsibilities.
No challenger contests his might. On target range he stands alone.
However, when our skill with the longbow is challenged, I see no other course but to defend our reputation. You'll come with me, Little John, as shooting mate.
Are you the fellows we shoot against today?
We're here for the archery contest.
So, you're the country bumpkins Sir Richard's so proud of.
That's right. Crude fellows who wouldn't dream of testing the range before the contest.
We weren't doing anything of the kind. And what's the matter with that, I'd like to know?
Oh, let them practice all they like. They'll need it.
Have you remembered the purse for the winner?
The purse? The purse, my lord. Yes, I have the purse. There doesn't seem to be anything in it.
I followed your instructions, my lord. You told me to spare no expense.
Come, ladies, let us seek out a vantage point from which to witness the contest. Your hand.
Ah, my keen-eyed friends. I trust you're in winning fettle.
I trust so, too. Sir Richard, do you know those bowmen practicing at the butts outside?
Yes, I met them this morning.
The shorter one looks suspiciously like one of the sheriff's mercenaries.
That's right. He's Martin of Lancaster. And the other one is Giles Black, the sheriff's new champion.
You invite us into a nest of sheriff's guards?
No, Robin, you don't understand. The sheriff gave me his word.
And the sheriff does know about this contest.
Well, of course. It's the sheriff I'm wagering against. He came around boasting about his new archer, and I said...
It seems as if we'd walked into a trap.
No, he wouldn't violate my hospitality. I have the sheriff's word that you may come and go at peace.
The sheriff's word is about as reliable as a warped bow.
Oh, come now, stranger. You do me an injustice.
These two men will represent me in the contest.
I choose not to recognize them, in deference to my position as Sheriff of Nottingham. Whoever they are, the pledge still stands.
I believe you've given your word before and broken it.
Not to a gentleman. Shall we proceed to the range, Sir Richard?
Kind of you to give us the afternoon off, Sheriff. You must be anxious to win your wager.
I am, indeed.
I'll be with you in a moment. Robin, have you any money with you?
I have 5 golden angels.
Oh, thanks. I assure you you'll have it back before the day is out. My word as a gentleman. I beg your pardon.
The first bowman will represent his lordship, the High Sheriff of Nottingham. The next bowman will shoot for his lordship, Sir Richard of the Lee.
Good work, Little John.
No, my shafts are grouped off center. We'll need a lot more windage than we thought.
The next champion shoots for his lordship, the High Sheriff of Nottingham.
Sir Richard. That's what I meant when I said he was the greatest archer in England. Nobody can beat shooting like that.
Robin needs 3 perfect shots to tire Giles Black.
Don't worry about it, Sir Richard.
You show a certain amount of promise, Giles Black. But you take too long of your aim. Now, if that target down there were a deer, and I spent 20 seconds aiming the way you do, my quarry might move to cover and I'd lose the shot.
He's afraid to lose his shaft. He knows he's beaten.
You have to learn to launch your arrows swiftly, all in one motion, like this.
That's the signal for a tie.
Howard! Tell them to bring out the small target. Single arrows.
I don't know who you are, fellow. I've never seen shooting like that.
Just a minute. Both arrows were dead center. I demand that they shoot again.
Get somebody else to do your shooting. I can't match a shot like that.
To the most skillful archer in the contest today, and I suspect the most skillful in England, I wore this token of my favor. I also wore this prize, donated by Sir Richard, of a purse of gold.
Oh. 5 golden angels. Most generous of you, Sir Richard.
Yes, you deserve every penny of it. To the tables, everyone! The victory feast is served!
I think it's time for you to leave.
How dare you tell my guests to leave?
Surely you don't propose to share your table with outlaws?
Do you realize that these men have your pledge of immunity?
Only for the archery contest. I didn't promise them 1 minute after it was over.
As winners of the match, they have more right than any of us to enjoy the feast.
I warn you, Sir Richard. I did make a promise, but I'm finding it increasingly difficult to keep it.
That's understandable. The process must be so unfamiliar to you. Thank you for your hospitality, Sir Richard, but we'll go now. Obviously, the only way the sheriff can keep his promise is if we remove the temptation for him to break it.
Oh, Robin. And I was looking forward to having such a wonderful evening.
The sheriff seemed uncommonly anxious to get you two outside the castle walls.
I know, I thought the same thing.
Before you go, shouldn't we test the windage? Huh? Aren't you two the men who lost the archery contest this afternoon?
That's just what we're trying to forget.
Allow me to offer you some words of consolation. The ability to accept defeat gracefully is one of the great tests of a man's character. Perseverance in the face of a setback...
doing here, my lord?
Looking after your interests, Sir Richard. I want to make sure those outlaws leave your property without stealing the silver.
No, just walk straight out through the main gate. Keep going and no tricks.
What do we do?
We'll do what they say. I'm not playing target to a bowman like that.
There go Robin Hood and Little John. Are you satisfied?
Yes, Sir Richard. Most satisfied.
You've broken your pledge.
Not at all. I said they might leave the castle in peace. I said nothing about what would happen afterwards.
Hey, why are they cudgeling those poor fellows out there?
Stop! Stop, you fools! You blundering idiots! Sir Richard, I demand that you hand over those outlaws to me.
You treacherous dog, you've broken your promise. I shall hand over nothing.
Then I'll surround the castle. I'll lay siege to it until you hand over those men.
I suppose we might as well eat something.
I don't feel hungry.
I must admit this is not the merriest banquet I've ever presided over. Richard, what's the matter?
That blackguard of a sheriff has betrayed me. We're besieged, my dear.
Oh, does that mean nobody can leave the castle?
Nobody.
We're surrounded.
That treacherous fox might keep his men out there for days. Perhaps for weeks.
Even months.
Shameful. Awful. Have some more meat, Pasty. We'll need our strength to withstand the siege.
Yes, and keep our spirits up.
I want you to know that I take full responsibility for what has happened. It was I who was foolish enough to take the sheriff's word. I alone have landed you in this awkward predicament. Well, you don't seem upset at all. Why, it's as though you welcomed this state of siege. Oh, go on, play to them.
Richard!
Yes, dear heart.
What on earth have you been doing?
Working.
You must end this siege. I'm frantic.
You're frantic.
Our guests have been here for over a week. My larder is devastated. They're eating us into the poorhouse. Particularly that friar and Little John.
I know. My cellar has suffered a grievous blow.
Oh, never mind your cellar. Our harvest is in jeopardy. I've just looked over the battlements. The serfs are doing nothing but decorate themselves with buttercups. You must act, my lord.
Am I not acting? Look at my hands. Do you remember me telling you about a secret passage my father had built for military reasons?
Yes, if you call a Rhenish wench military reasons.
That's enough, Leonia. My father. Anyway, it has long been collapsed and unusable until I, with my bare hands, have opened it up.
You mean our guests can get out through the secret passage?
The other end comes out in the copse behind the sheriff's lines.
You know, sometimes I think I underestimate you, my lord.
Well, Sir Richard.
Oh, Sir Richard, how would you like to join Mistress Marion's dancing class?
I have wonderful news. The sheriff's scheme is undone.
Excellent. Let's drink to that.
What do you mean the sheriff's scheme is undone?
He is foiled, outwitted. The siege is as good as raised.
The siege is raised?
Who spread that ghastly rumor?
You must be mistaken. I saw the sheriff's men outside not half an hour ago.
That is true, but I have opened up an old secret passage you can all leave unseen.
Would you have us sneak out through some subterranean burrow like rabbits?
Secret passages are invariably damp. We'd catch St. Osmond's chill.
There might be bats.
Or mice?
It won't do, Sir Richard. It simply won't do.
Have you all gone daft? Here have I worked my hands to the bone, trying to get you out of this dilemma, and all you do is...
We're grateful, Sir Richard. But remember, the enemy is at your very gate. But I, for one, will not turn deserter in time of peril.
Nor I. Nor I.
Ah! Then it's decided. We're behind you one and all, to the bitter end, if need be.
Well, Martin, anything to report?
Good afternoon, my lord. Everything is as you ordered. The night watch will relieve these men in a couple of hours.
Good. Those outlaws won't get away from me this time if I have to keep a guard round the castle for the whole summer.
How goes the siege, Sheriff?
It goes well. I got that castle so tightly sealed, not even a field mouse could get in or out.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. How the devil did you get out here?
I just came to tell you that my guests left for Sherwood this morning.
Left for Sherwood? But how did they get out?
Same way as I did.
That fiend Robin Hood. Shall I never get my hands on him?
Anything wrong, my lord?
Everything's wrong. Get your men back to barracks. At the double!
Yes, my lord. To the barracks, men!
Perhaps you would step in for a cup of wine. I can give you a few pointers on laying a siege. Robin! Robin! Help! Little John, help!
Robin! Little John! Come quickly! Sir Richard's in trouble!
Help! They're on me! Help!
Sir Richard, old friend and true, let us in.
I hate myself for doing this to you, for indeed I'm fond of you. But after all, a man's castle is his home.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood. He called the greatest archers to a tavern on the green. They vowed to help the people of the king. They handled all the trouble on the English country scene and still found plenty of time to sing. Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood.